Hey everybody, welcome back. As you can see, I've been in use up old paint and get rid of old ugly art sitting around the house mode. So this is a, I don't know, 7-inch tile. I didn't like the composition, so I had some paints out. I had already done a set of Beatles back coasters, and so before I put my stuff away, I grabbed this little guy. We're just going to do a quick little 7-inch Beatles back bloom. May not turn out to be my greatest ever, but it's better than what I just painted over, so we'll take it. So if you are not new here, you've probably seen me do Beatles back a lot, but the whole concept is to kind of create the whole color shifting iridescent on a dark surface like you would see on a Beatles back. You know, those pretty ones that are shimmery, not the ugly, just black ones that have no shimmery. I mean, the Beatles are probably like, hey, I can't help that I'm not shimmery, so we shouldn't call them ugly. So that's black, carbon black. Who knows what brand? It could be Color Art, it could be Matisse, whatever it is, it's empty in the container. So the idea is you're going to create a little puddle of dark color. It can be just black, it can be a combination of colors. That is blue-black, most likely, from Color Art or Atelier, whichever cup I grabbed. And then you're going to usually put interference colors on top of that. I used some iridescent prism pour colors that are very light. So they'll be, similar to interference, but they're not just interference colors, because I have like 5 or 6 cups of paint that needs to be used. So this will probably not be the last set of Beatles back. I even made at least 1 or 2 sets off camera. I don't know what the colors are because I recorded this such a long time ago that I could take a guess, but I honestly don't know. So I'm usually pretty good about that, but not this time. They're probably in the iridescent pearls, but I can't be sure. But that first one was obviously some sort of a blue. This one is some sort of a violet. This is some sort of a green. This one is probably green tea. So you guys are probably like, yeah, super helpful, some sort of a something. But you can do the same thing with interference colors. I just happen to have these, and I thought they would work great for that. And I still have some, so I'm probably going to do a swipe or something with them. Who knows? But yeah, I have, for one, I don't usually have a lot of time. So I have stuff just stacked up everywhere that it's like not good enough to resin or has already been resined. And, I've had it for 3 years and now I don't like it. So when I want to do experiments or I want to use up paint, I'm just going to grab some of that stuff and go for it. If it's already been resined, I haven't had the best success with like blooming over resin stuff. Sometimes your paint slides around weird. I haven't tried to sand it down first, but you can easily do resin art over a resined top. So if something stays here a really long time, doesn't sell, I suddenly hate it, I'm not going to throw away a perfectly good canvas if I can repurpose it. So, recycle, upcycle. I mean, the downside is there's stuff everywhere for a longer time. Sorry about my head in the way. But if I can make something beautiful with it, I'm going to opt to do that. So in the middle, I'm obviously, after I did those colors, I covered it with another layer of the black and the blue black. And then I'm using a white Cell Activator. My Cell Activator is M-gram titanium white paint, which I get from Blick. You can also use Amsterdam. And I mixed with Aussie Floetrol, which I get from Pixel Paint Designs. And she offers my viewers 10% off using Mandy10 in all caps. So if you're looking for Aussie Floetrol, it's a great place to look. And of course, 20% off of anything on the Color Art website using Mandy1120. I love Color Art. It's amazing. I use it all the time. So you can see I did a terrible job blowing those out. or that out. The part of the problem was that my paints were too thick. So when I started to blow it out, nothing was happening, and I was like, oh. So I almost scraped it and went again, but I didn't really have time, and then it was all lopsided. But considering what I painted over, it's better. I'll take it, you know. And it's a tile at the end of the day. It's not a big masterpiece. But I like these little hexagon tiles. They make cute small art. Put them up on a little easel. They're great for small spaces to add that little pop of interest or color. Yeah, so you have to let me know what you think. I personally love doing Beatles back stuff. I love Beatles back swipes a lot. So it's a good way to use up some paint. And I'm pretty proud of myself. I've been working through a lot of my mixed up paint that is old. And I'm slowly but surely making some progress. I've had to throw some of it away, but I have been able to revive quite a bit of it and use some of it. And that's been good. So it makes me feel accomplished to know I'm getting somewhere with that, because I hate wasting it. I really do. But sometimes it comes with the territory. So I'm just kind of scalloping the edges because they're funky. I have a lot of paint on here, but it is really thick, so I'm not sure how well it's going to spin out. But it looks like I might have used a wee bit too much black in the center, but that's okay. So by the time this video comes out, who knows how long ago it will have actually been recorded. Sometimes I take a really long time to get to stuff, unfortunately. And this is one of those times. Like, as I'm doing this voiceover, this has been in my phone for months already. And yeah, it's just the way it goes, you know? Real life things, you know? It would be one thing if we didn't all have real life jobs and other stuff going on, but we do. So we get to it when we can. So not too bad. A heck of a lot better than what I covered up. So I guess we'll take it, right? Some evil bubbles from that really thick paint. And we'll spin a couple times just to kind of fine tune some of those edges. I don't want to hyperspin or overspin because then you get wonky cells. So, but these are so much fun. And there's so many things that you can do with like one color and an interference color. I think I did a set one time where I used Diox purple and interference green and maybe black and white Cell Activator. They were beautiful. You know, you could do turquoises and interference green, or dark blues and interference green, or interference purple. There's just a lot of fun ways. I have some more goldy, pinky ones that I was like, you know, I could do something similar and use brown instead of black, and that would be really beautiful. Kind of play on that warmer tone. You know, like there's just so many things that you can do to make it interesting. So keep it in mind when you're tempted to use too many colors, like I always do. There's so many things that you can do with even minimal color and get a really cool result. Well, I have tons of ideas. I just don't have a lot of time. So it is fun when you get a chance to try it out. You know what I mean? So now it's hard for you to see how pretty that really is. So hang in for the close-up so you can see all those pretty colors catch the light. They really are quite beautiful. Up here it just kind of looks more black and blue, but you'll be able to see up close what I'm talking about shortly. We're just kind of working out the last few minutes of the composition, and And yeah, so I think that you'll appreciate where I'm coming from when you see them up close. And they're quite spectacular under resin. Resin is pretty magical, you know what I mean? It really is. Really, really is. If we ever get rid of those dumb bubbles, we have to be done with all those stupid bubbles by now. All right. Look at that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.